Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. As you know, we've been doing an ongoing series about really about the impact that Christian education has on people, particularly as they go into business, but really as alumni in general. And this has been a great series that Steve Van Ooeghem and myself have been doing. Steve is with the C12 group here in the Houston office of C12 Group, and the managing chair of that, and a regular contributor here on The Price of Business. And Steve, tell us a little bit about the C12 Group.
Sure. C12 is the nation's largest executive roundtable for Christian business owners and CEOs, and we basically help them to build great businesses for a greater purpose.
Very good. And tell us about your guest today.
Our guest today is Britt. She's the Director of Alumni Relations at Hardin Simmons University, and it's just a pleasure to have her.
Yeah, Britt Jones, we're delighted to have you. By the way, I went to one of your neighboring schools, Abilene Christian University. I'm an alum of that school. But I got to tell you, when it came to beauty and aesthetics of campus, you guys had it down. I don't know who the crazy people were at ACU that continually, I loved my ACU experience, don't get me wrong. But, man, it's like, hey, how can we make sure everyone knows which decade this building was made? It was really kind of crazy. You guys had such a great sense of aesthetics, but I'm sure it's a reflection of your values in the totality of a university. I always saw it as a great school.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We love it. We love it, and we get those same comments all the time.
It's a gorgeous campus. So kind of give us a story, both of Hardin Simmons University and your work there as alumni director.
Sure. Well, Hardin Simmons is a Baptist-affiliated university. It was established in 1896, so it is older than your alma mater by a few years, and has been focused since the beginning on providing a Christian education. Our tagline now is an education enlightened by faith. We have now about 24,000 alumni where we can locate them all around the world, living, known, they call it, alumni. And the Alumni Association, which was formed in, I guess, the teens of the other century, the pre-century, is established to try to keep all of our alumni connected to the university for a mutually beneficial relationship. We say connected for life.
There you go. By the way, John Stevens of ACU, the former president, wrote a book called No Ordinary University, and he talked about, I don't know if you knew this, Hardin Simmons helped ACU get launched. Very interesting part of ACU's story. So I'm sure they're greatly indebted to you.
Yeah. So one thing that is nice about Christian higher education is there is a definite sense that we're all in it together. And so while we compete for students and those sorts of things, but we're still ultimately aiming for a Christian education and want the student to find the right place for them in a Christian higher education environment.
Steve, I gobbled up a bunch of time. Why don't you go ahead and take the next couple of questions?
Well, sure. Well, Britt, what would you say is the greatest asset you have with your Alumni Relations Association? What do you think is the main benefit for an alumni?
Gosh, that's a tough one because there are so many. We try to provide, with such a wide range of alumni and interests and needs and locations, we try to provide a wide variety of resources for them, whether it's homecoming type activities, keeping them connected, networking activities, career mentoring, a few benefits like hotel discounts. We have lots of benefits on campus. They can still come back and use the facilities, that sort of thing. I think ultimately it probably is just the connection to one another, to the university, to the resources that the school still continues to offer them.
Sure. How would you say that the university helps them to bring their faith into their marketplace relationships?
I think from their classroom experience, from their community, campus community experience, those things become embedded, and then as they go out, they know they continue to have the foundation that was established as during their student days, and they have that same foundation to come back to and fall back on. So if they need encouragement, whether it's with their Facebook friends or calling back to a professor, that integrity is still there, and they know that they can count on the support that they experienced as a student, even after they leave and go into the working world.
Sure. Do you have any idea how many alumni that you currently have?
Yeah, 24,000.
24,000. Go ahead, Steve.
I was just going to ask, what do you like best about what you do, Britt?
Oh, well, I think my favorite thing is watching people re-engage with one another, whether it's with, alumni with professors or alumni with classmates, but seeing them redevelop or enhance those relationships, that's probably my greatest joy.
I want to mention real quickly the website for Hardin Simmons is hsutx.edu, hsutx.edu. Meanwhile, you can learn more about Steve's group, c12houston.com. Your next question, Steve.
I'm just wondering, Britt, what are some things coming up that might be really attractive to either your alumni that currently are connected or some that are not connected yet but would like to get connected?
Yeah, we have a really exciting networking event in Dallas. Sorry, it's not in Houston. But we hope to replicate this in Houston as well. It's just an business after hours kind of event. Specifically for our alumni in the area who are in the business market. It's hosted by one of our graduates who is an attorney, and we're holding it there at her firm. They have a great reception area, and it's just going to be networking. We'll do a little bit of update on the university, kind of what's happening on campus, and of course we're in the middle of a campaign as schools typically are, so we'll have a little bit of that, but the focus is not so much the update as it is the interaction and the networking. So we're hoping that our alumni will get acquainted with one another from that Dallas area who may not already know each other, and then their experience in the world will be enhanced.
Very good stuff. I really appreciate it, Steve. We're running out of time. Final thought before we let you both go.
Yeah, well, I'd just say Hardin Simmons is working hard to transform the lives of her students and her alumni. Through all the interaction that we have, the resources we provide, our alumni magazine, our ability to just hopefully answer their questions, whatever it might be. My office staff loves working with our older alumni as well as our young alumni through social media, through actual events. So I think this is just a wonderfully dynamic environment to be in and to have come out of as graduates. And we hope that they do continue to stay connected forever.
Yeah, very good. Stephen Ooteghem, he is a contributor on the Price of Business. He's with C12 Group, and Britt Jones with Hardin Simmons University. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
When we come back, more for you right here on The Price of Business.